There are bank rules and there's bank policies and there's all these things against us. When you know them up front, now you know the cheat book. You know exactly how they're judging you. So you know how to play the game. At this point, when you know how to play the game, now you're positioning yourself to be able to succeed. Okay? You can do.
Hello, you're listening to Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast, presented by Brandon Elliott. This show will be going over all aspects of real estate investing and is intended to educate, motivate, and prepare you to take action on your first or next real estate investment. For more information, please visit BrandonElliottInvestments.com. Thank you for listening and enjoy.
Welcome back, everyone, to Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Brandon Elliott. I'm excited to be with you guys today because there's a lot of changes coming up. Jen and I are going to be moving into the new house, ideally within the next few weeks before her birthday, and her birthday is May 16th. And so I want to go over Credit Counsel Elite for you guys today. There's been a lot of people that want to see kind of behind the scenes, see what it looks like, see the benefits, see the perks, see some wins and so forth. And so I'm going to share that today with you guys. And then I'm going to give a special at the very end where you can get $3,000 off. In addition to that, if you are already a member, you're like, hey, Brandon, what about me? Well, if you're a member, you can get anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 just for making the referral. If you make the referral and somebody actually decides to move forward, then you, with your affiliate link, will be able to get compensated. So with that being said, sharing is caring, right? We want to make sure that we are getting this information out there, impacting others and helping them be able to get more funding, right? So my whole goal here with this podcast, we've been doing this for 6+ years, I think 7 years maybe, is always to educate, motivate, and then prepare you to take action in real estate or business. I want to see you succeed. Real estate has absolutely changed my life. Absolutely, 100% down. No questions asked. However, credit, getting massive amounts of funding, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 plus in new capital with interest rates as low as 0%. What that can do for you is buy massive amounts of real estate. You know what I'm saying? It's like that was really the key component that allowed me to start scaling up. Of course, all with God's grace, all with like taking action, right? I wrote the book Action Driven right here. It's like you're going to want to move those feet and fail forward. Long story short, it's not going to just like pop up and smack you in the face of success one day. It's a long, dirty road that you're going to be climbing up this mountain over time. And there's no such thing as like the Instagram overnight success. But what I can tell you is that the fruits that come from working your tail off in the right direction, not for somebody else, but for yourself. And even if you're happy with a 9-to-5 or working for somebody else, that is okay. You could either be in a season of transition and stay there. I stayed with my restaurant job for 2 years. I had $10,000 a month coming in from rental properties and over, I think it was like 10 or 11 properties at that point. And I still had the restaurant jobs. I still did that, even though I was making much more. I was making 3 times the amount I was making from the restaurant. But I needed, security or whatever. It was limited beliefs at the time, all these other things, right? So that was a season for me, but I was miserable. Now, if you aren't miserable in your job, then it's not a job. It's fulfilling. It's rewarding. It's, you enjoy showing up. If you get energy going to work, then this is a good thing. And so you don't need to have the pain point of like leaving, but for this rare individual, by the way, because I feel like many of us aren't actually happy with what you are actively doing. But if you are actually happy with that, I still encourage you to get some other investment opportunities, diversify on the side to be able to build out a portfolio, even if it's just a couple of properties, just so that you can have a little bit of flexibility, a little bit of freedom, a little bit of financial stability, just in case if this thing over here doesn't work out. If you're at the mercy of somebody else and something happens with the company, something happens with the CEO, something happens with the retirement plan, something happens, you're still protected over here by having a smart decision of diversifying and getting some things that are stable, that are concrete, and something that you know will do you well. And I'm not talking about stocks. I'm not talking about crypto. I'm talking about assets that you know will always be here to the end of time, guaranteed, and you can protect it. You can get cash flow from it. You can get tax, write-offs, tax deductibles. You can get appreciation from it. You can get just benefits all around, right? And I want to make sure that you're set up for success with that. Now, however, how do you do it? If, first off, number one, if you're a business owner looking to grow and scale, but you've been using too much of your personal funds, this is for you. If you are a power couple that you've already been doing some things in business or within building out a portfolio and so forth, and you're trying to set up for more generational wealth for the kids and systemize, grow, and scale, you're limited with your own funds. When you actually learn how to get massive amounts of capital like this, $2, $3, $4, or even $500,000 plus, with interest rates as low as 0%, can you imagine what that could do for you with scaling? This is for you, right? If you are just an entrepreneur trying to get started, or again, that 9 to 5, but need more capital to grow and scale this, more importantly, you don't want to use your own capital. If you have 100 grand yourself, great. What if you ended up using that as a back burner, like as a worst case scenario type of thing? And now diversify, get $500,000 in new funding and use that stuff, right? Now instead of just getting one property for 100K, you can get 5 properties, right? And then you still have your 100K just in case. Do you see the power behind that? Or if at the end of the day, you're just like, hey, how else am I supposed to spin this? How am I supposed to be able to grow and scale this business? You've been using too much of the personal, or you're trying to use OPM, other people's money. It's going to mess up your sleep using grandma's money. Trust me when I tell you, when you're using best friend's money, when you're using family members' money, like that's going to mess up your sleep. And it is a dicey situation when you are doing this just in the beginning, getting started. So what do? What's the alternatives? Well, if you learn how to talk to the banks properly, and out of all due respect, I promise you're not going to be able to do this on your own. You can wing it. You can scramble through this, but you will make a ton of mistakes along the way doing this on your own or looking at YouTube University, or even just soaking up this knowledge right here. It takes dedicated attention with content and information that truly works, that's been tested, proven, and challenged along the way over the last 7-8 years. In addition to that, you need unconditional support. You need a ridiculous amount of support going your way to be able to give you everything that you need. The clarification, the slap in the hand before you make that mistake, going through the information and then you repeating it back to us. I'm about to do this, this, and this. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Or no, you got everything right except this piece. Change that and now you're good. And then when you do those things, you get the results, whatever those may be, good, bad, and different. You can come back and say, this is the outcome that happened. Now what, Brandon, or any of the accountability partners that we have, or member success managers that we have, to make sure that you are set up for success. We have almost 25 employees right now. We've gone up and down a little bit over the last few months, but we are building more on the fulfillment side, and that hasn't changed. And so what I can tell you is that this stuff really works. If you are looking to do this with confidence and boldness, because there are 45 different metrics on how these banks and lenders are judging you, how to play the game properly is the name of the game. This is real life Monopoly. Can you imagine, like, we give all of our money to the banks. Okay. How much did we get? How much did we charge the banks to get that money? Not a damn thing. We're giving them money in the banks at 0%, basically. They're giving us back 0.001% if we're lucky. And then at the end of the day, they're lending it back out 9 times over. 9 times. 9 times over. Meaning on all the personal loans, auto loans, mortgages, regular credit cards, retail credit cards, student loans, you name it. It just keeps on adding up. And so because we give all that free money to them, they lend it back out 9 times over. They actually average anywhere from 500 to 3,000%. It is crazy. It is crazy. But the banks know what the heck they're doing. Okay. The banks also, one of their biggest assets on their books is life insurance, but it's infinite banking structures, becoming your own bank. There's ways that we teach within Credit Counsel Elite because we have broken it down to a 4-step process where you'll be able to succeed. It's a proven process that really does work. So number one is the foundation piece. It's understanding how these banks and lenders are judging you so that you know how to play the game. So when you do your mass apply, and a mass apply, if this is the first time you've ever heard it, a mass apply is simply an application sequence. When done correctly, you'll be able to get anywhere from 10 to 40 or even 50 plus applications approved with a 90% approval odds. Okay. So you're doing that with confidence. You're doing it with boldness. You're not wasting your time. You're not winging it any longer. This is what a lot of people do out there. They wing it, okay? They think that because they have a FICO score that looks good, that's in the 800 FICO score or high 700s, they believe that's all they need and they'll get approved for anything. That is incorrect. It is incorrect. It is one piece. A FICO score is one piece out of the 45 different metrics. I hate to be the bearer of bad news here. I need this to link in so that you're not winging it anymore because it drives me crazy. And it's also, I know it drives you crazy. And the frustration that builds up within you with good people that deserve funding to be able to take their business to the next level or grow and scale and not tie up all their own capital and put themselves in financial straits, like especially their families. That's not what we're talking about. We want to stop that and start leveraging not OPM, but OBM. All right. OBM, other banks' money. Okay. Now, when we get other banks' money and we're flipping the script on them again, right? We are literally getting this introductory 0% funding, but also many other products and services, by the way. Okay. So it's not just limited to that. We want to make sure that you have cash reward cards, that you have travel cards, hotel cards, insurance cards to be able to save you money and make you money, right? That's the whole goal of this. We set you up with different bank relationships to make sure that you can get sign-up bonuses of free cash. We've had members get 15,000, anywhere from 5,000 to 15, 17,000 in free cash just from sign-up bonuses. Meaning like when you open a bank account, they'll give you $500. When you actually apply for this card, they'll give you $1,200. You could use it for a statement credit. You could use it for free travels. You could use it for cash. So there's power behind this stuff. And so long story short, we've had members like Jaden, we've had members like Jaden that at 19 years old came to us, messed up his whole credit from 18 to 19, and within just 10 business days was able to get from almost a 300-point increase from 512 FICO score to 810 FICO score. He was able to apply within 30 days to 43 different applications. He got 41 of those approved. He got $350,000 in new funding. He had no job. He was 19 years old, like fresh. It's like he implemented the process, and even a 19-year-old or a 70-year-old, we've had do it and succeed. And so I just want to ask you, like, what's stopping you? If you have any of these opportunities that are passing you by, you're missing out on financial growth, financial scaling, for blessings for your finances and for your family. Like, this can be life-changing if you take it to the next level. Also, when you get this capital, when you get this type of funding, you don't need to use it. It's not mandatory for you to use it. In fact, you can be patient. You can sit with this funding and just be patient. It's not all in credit cards, by the way, but you can sit with it and wait until the perfect opportunity comes by. And then you can capitalize on it right away. I did that with a real estate deal a year or so ago, where I've done it numerous times, but I usually take down 2 real estate deals per year that it's going to be game changing, where I can make anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million in equity. It's powerful stuff. And so I just did that I put $254,000 of credit, 0% interest, and I used all the renovations as well. I used it with credit. We ended up selling it for much more, and I got a wire for $729,000. After doing the math on this of getting my money back to pay off the credit cards, I ended up netting $475,000. So powerful stuff right there. Okay, $475,000 all within 90 days. So I took, and that was none of my own money. It was OBM. It was other banks' money, and it was 0%. I utilized 0%, $254,000 in credit cards to be able to start, like, buy a property, renovate the property. I used hard money for the other difference, and I was able to get in, complete the renovation all within 90 days and netted $475,000. Is that the rule? Is that going to happen to every single person? Heck no. But for the person that is patient, that is educated and know how to find certain things like that, it will come to you. There's opportunities like that. And we give you opportunities as well that you can make money on and start that diversifying journey as an investor when you are inside Credit Counsel Elite. In addition, there was another property that I ended up more recently that last year we did renovation on it. We turned it into a duplex, and I purchased it for $1.2 million originally using credit cards. In addition, we put $300,000 on it. So that's $1.5 million in total with credit, $1.5 million in total on the property. And I also gave opportunities to members within Credit Counsel Elite to invest in this. It was a really good deal. 2 people ended up taking action on it and got a strong ROI, but $1.5 million into the property, and it appraised for $2.5 million, $1 million extra. So now we refinanced it. We got the tax benefits. We got cash out refi over $630,000. There's power behind this. Now it's renting out duplex in a popular area, doing Airbnb, making a boatload of money. I promise you, when you actually take this information and you implement it wisely, it can be life-changing for you, your family, your finances, and for so much more. So I want to actually show you what we got going on here behind the scenes. This is our app. We have a custom app that is actually before I show you this, going back to the process, right? It's the training, how the banks and lenders are judging you. Next, it's Fix. Every single person needs to go through Fix, right? Whether you're in the 800 club or the 300 club, I promise you need to go through Fix. So everybody that's cocky saying, I know a lot about credit and I'm in the 700s or I'm in the 800 club, I don't need any Fix, Brandon, I can move forward right away, start applying. Wrong. You have to do Fix. I guarantee it. The good news is if you don't have any late payments, derogatory, delinquent, any of that information, it can take as little as 5 minutes on each bureau. I did it with a member last night. It took 5-10 minutes on each bureau and we were good to go. Okay. After Fix is complete, and only when Fix is complete, then we move on to Build. That's where we'll show you how to actually boost up your score to the 800 FICO club in 30 days or less. Okay, there's power behind that when you actually know what the 6 boxes are doing. There's 3 of those 6 boxes are for Fix. The other 3 are for Build. Those 3 boxes for Build makes up 55% of your FICO. It's a big deal. And you can boost up your scores and get to the 800 club in 30 days or less. It's all about your statement closing dates. So we can tell you more about that as well within Credit Counsel Elite. In addition to all of this, after you boost up your scores, you opt into pre-screening sites, you start getting all these offers coming in, and you're building bank relationships, then we will connect you with our bank relationship managers at some of these big banks where they work directly with underwriting. They have the cheat code. They can break some of the natural, different rules that are going against us in the algorithm. Okay. Now the banks, because they have their open website where you can apply at any time, and millions upon millions of people at any given point can just apply at any given time. The bank rules against us are going to be more harsh. Okay. But that's only to protect them, because they really can't do a strong underwriting right away. And that's where I'm sure a lot of people out there would assume it's just about your FICO score. But it's not. It's about so many other metrics. It's 45 different metrics. How the banks and lenders are judging you, how long you've been with the bank, what's the internal rating, how much money is going in and out of the bank over the last 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months. How many products and services are you taking advantage of? Are you working with a business bank relationship manager? What are you stating on the applications? Are you showing yourself as low risk or high risk? What is your business entity? Is it brand new, or is it 2, 4, or 10 years plus? Like what is the name of the entity? What is it, a low risk or high risk? What's the SIC codes? What is, do you have any late payments, derogatory, delinquent? How long is your newest account? Is it older than 6 months? Have you been searching for credit too much? Have you removed any of the old hard inquiries that aren't attached and that need to be removed? Is the updated personal information, has it been updated? Have you cleaned out all these old addresses and so forth? So literally 45 different metrics on how these banks and lenders are judging you. It's not just a score. But what that tells us is this: when you learn all these pieces, then and you're at the 800 club and you started building out your list, you have all of these applications in the right order because there are bank rules. Now, and there's bank policies and there's all these things against us. When you know them up front, now you know the cheat book. You know exactly how they're judging you. So you know how to play the game. At this point, when you know how to play the game, now you're positioning yourself to be able to succeed. Okay? You can do this with confidence. You can do this with boldness, and you're doing it with us. So we're guiding you the whole way. Now, that's how you're going to be able to get massive amounts of funding. Okay, that's how you're going to be able to do it. That's how you're going to be able to get free cash from sign-up bonuses. That's how you're going to get $2, $3, $4, $500,000 plus. We just had one member, Mo. He ended up messaging me the other day saying he got $900,000 now. His very first was at $545,000, and that was only business credit. He started expanding and so forth and jumped into personal as well. He got $900,000. There's power behind this. We've had other members like Keaton ended up getting $246,000, put it all into crypto because not just like gambling, he strategically put it into crypto because he's in another mastermind that teaches crypto and he's been geeking out on it a long time, passionate about it, educated, and he's already gone through the trials and errors, the ups and the downs. He knows what he's doing, so it's calculated risk. Just like real estate, it's calculated risk when you know what you're doing and you're getting mentorship. He was getting mentorship. So he put the 246 in there to calculate a risk. He turned it into $400,000 within 2 months. 2 months. There's power behind this, guys. So let me show you exactly what this looks like because we have our own particular app, the Credit Counsel Elite app you can download. There's a free community in there as well, but there is and we're just starting the free community, by the way, but we have the main community for our 90-day challenge members and our inner circle members that are for the full 12 months. So that is the main community that people are interacting and getting support, help, accountability, and coaching. There's DM channel. Think of it like a Facebook group, for example. You can have the main channel or the main feed, and then you have these DMs that you can DM others to network with, or your accountability partner and your member success manager alongside with me to get the support and help that you need. In addition to all of that, we have 2 group calls per week. That's Mondays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, if you are in our inner circle, then you get an additional first Tuesday of the month call where we deep dive into some awesome stuff as well. So there's no excuses for not having the support. That's what we really specialize in Credit Counsel Elite with. But not even just that, we have the real rules that truly work. We have the bank relationship managers as well to make sure that you can break the average bank rules, such as Chase 5 and 24 rule. You can't get more than, you can't get 6 cards, even with the 5 and 24 rule. Chase, that's one of theirs. If you've been approved for 5 cards in the last 24 months, then with any bank out there, you will not be able to get a card with them. Okay. They also have a 2 and 30-day rule, meaning that within the last 30 days, if you've already been approved for 2 cards, you're not going to be able to get a third. But this is where the magic happens when you have a group of support and stuff that actually works. We've had our members go to our contact at Chase, our member success manager or bank relationship manager, and be able to get 13 credit cards, not 2, not 3, 13 credit cards with a double sign-up bonus. That's $1,200 sign-up bonus on every single one. Ended up 13 all at once, 13 with a $1,200 sign-up bonus. That's $15,600 in just free cash from sign-up bonuses. There's power from this. That's just one bank relationship, and he got up to $150,000 in new funding. You know what I'm saying? So there's power behind some of this. Let me show you what we got going on, and then you can make your own decision afterwards. So this is a community. We talk about roses and thorns. Rose would be something like that you're winning with. A thorn would be something that you are struggling with. People are just winning all day here. We also have bug zapper videos to hold people accountable. Another rose, we got things deleted, collections, another intro for bug zapper, holding each other accountable, another thorn and a rose, more testimonies, more breakthrough. There's a ton of people in here that you can see, just people getting results. People that are staying in community, people that are interacting with each other, people doing business with each other. Okay. So this is one piece of it. This is one piece. And I encourage you, when you actually start dialing this stuff in, you can succeed when you're around if you're already hanging out with stinking thinking people, then you already know you got to get around. You got to get out of that. These are members of ours that are staying connected and being around each other, doing some big stuff here. I love this. So if you know that you need to get around, like you're the average of the 5 people you're spending the most time with, then you already know you got to get away from people that aren't actually serving you, that you want to be around people that are doing some next level stuff. Let me share this. So members, what happened? I love being in mastermind groups for the simple fact that I know that it works, and I know that there's other people in there already invested to do something bigger and better. So we currently have 271 active members. We've helped out over 3,700 members to date. And then these are some of the courses that you would get access to. We got our inner circle. We got the credit accelerator. We got the 90-day challenge. So for the 90-day challenge, we're going to be giving 3,000 off. We're going to be giving 3,000 off on that. Let me see. I haven't jumped on here in a minute. I normally don't go through the course section, but this is powerful stuff when you actually are going through here and utilizing this stuff. So you can click on these and you can actually start going through it. I have the admin side, so that's why it's different versus members actually going through it. But you're going to have either the inner circle, the credit accelerator, or the 90-day challenge. And so right now, I want to give you the opportunity, because you can DM people, you can message, you can connect with people, it's just a house full of resources. We have our events where we have everything locked in that's coming up here soon. So we got our inner circle coming up this Tuesday. And then we have build calls, Monday calls, fix calls, Q&A. We have it all dialed in for you to be able to jump on. It's a Zoom call, group call, and be able to knock out any of the questions or support that you need. Now, because we have a kind of celebration going on in our house with Jen's birthday coming up, this is May 16th. We're giving the opportunity for you, or if this is your first time coming in, to literally just have a call with us. If you're interested in having a call with us, simply go to creditcounselelite.com. That's creditcounselelite.com. Simply, there's a learn more button. There's a video on there that explains more about what the heck we got going on. It should answer some of your questions if this video has not. And then afterwards, you can book a call with either myself or somebody on our team to go over your particular situation, where you're currently at and where you're looking to go. Afterwards, we'll just explain what it looks like to work with us and the benefits behind it. And if we feel confident that we can help you solve your problems over time, then that's where, we can make the introductory to see if it's a good fit. And if it is, then we will give you $3,000 off up to, let me see. We will give until well, you know what, girls do a birthday month, basically a birthday year almost. So we'll do all of May. Which I've never done before. So all of May, we will do a discount of $3,000 if you are trying to come in for the very first time, $3,000 off on the 90-day challenge. And if you are a member already, then you get the opportunity to invite other people, and you can get anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 depending on which option they go with, where you can get compensated for that. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that is a huge, huge blessing for you. This is something that works. It's something that we're very passionate in. And it's something, if you don't just show up and watch, but actually implement, show up, play full out, ask questions, use and abuse us, then I'm confident that you're going to succeed like hell. Because everybody that has done exactly that wins. And I want to be around a group of winners. All right. So I love you guys all so much. I hope this makes sense. I hope it's a huge blessing. It's a no-brainer for you. We have a pledge as well. It's our guarantee that we will work with you until you succeed with this stuff. So you're not going anywhere. This is full family. We're here to bless you and to inspire you and give you opportunities afterwards as well. So if you're looking to get massive amounts of funding with confidence and boldness and stop winging it, then this is for you. So just check out creditcounselelite.com. That's creditcounselelite.com. And we will see you on the inside and answer any questions that you may have on that free complimentary one-on-one call. Okay. Now, this is for people that really want to take it to the next level. And ideally, if you're making 6 figures or more, trying to get to 7 figures, this is what we specialize in. Okay. Love you guys all so much. Have a blessed May with this discount, this special, and all because of Jen's beautiful birth, and grateful for her to be in my life and in your guys' life. So we'll see you guys soon. God bless. Till next time. Peace out.
This has been another episode of Ready, Set, Go Real Estate Investing Podcast, brought to you by Brandon Elliott. For more information, please visit BrandonElliottInvestments.com. Also, please don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Thanks again for joining. Until next time, God bless.